We're glad to have everyone here in the Wrecking Hall in Temple Terrace and the millions and millions of us fans joining us live on YouTube on the I'll Be Damned Entertainment Worldwide Network. My name is Vince Hannity. I am joined by the head of Tampa Roller Derby Announcing and your Frankie Panky 2018 Tournament Head Announcer, Professor I'll Be Damned.
What up? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you guys are ready for an exciting bout of Junior Derby here. We are blessed to have the blue and white from Team USA East in the scrimmage, and it is my honor. It's my honor to introduce to you the team in blue, number 09, Rogers. Number 110, Conforte. 171, Gilman. Number 2, Princess Slayer. Number 212, Capozzi. Number 28, put your hands together for Bonnet. Number 3, Triple Threat. Number 62, Hernandez. Number 620, Glisten. Number 9, Dragon Fire. And number 90, give it up for Hot Wheels. There is your team blue. It is my pleasure now to introduce to you the only announcer to have been at every single Frankie Panky, the Lord of the Rink, Vince Hannity.
Fine, Sal. Roller Derby fans, that's the blue team. Their opponents with this exposition in the white jerseys. Please meet USA white team, starting with number 101, Ari Cantrell. Number 1031, Floppy Joe. Number 106, Unstoppable. Number 120, Evil Apple. Number 13, Sugar Cookies. Number 206, Road Rage. Number 22, Connor. Number 7, Haley Zubinski. Number 731, Enigma. Number 999, Martin. Number 248, Ruckus. And your captain of Team White, number 817, Boomerang.
I still get goosebumps when Vince Hannity announces teams. I promise I do.
You should have your doctor check that, I think.
This right now, y'all don't know this, but behind the scenes in this production, Bud Hertz and George Squashington are breathing a sigh of relief because they've been trying to keep all these sound checks level so that it doesn't absolutely kill y'all and the people on the internet. I'm sure that at times they did not, and on the behalf of Lord of the Ring, Vince Hannity, and myself, we apologize to you out there listening. But you know what? It's home intros, and it's a Junior Expos for one of the most exciting bouts we've had to got together to do in a long time. We don't get to get on the mic as much as we used to, but I'm certainly glad it is to be joined for this bout by the Lord of the Ring, Vince Hannity.
Well, it's a pleasure to be joined by the longest continually tenured Tampa Roller Derby announcer and the tournament head announcer, Professor I'll Be Damned.
Dude, I've reached professor status now. Number 333, triple threat, stepping to the jammer line against number 248. That's Ruckus. I've had a chance to see both these skaters skate in the past.
And back for Team White, it is Enigma. It is the captain, Boomerang. It is Ari Cantrell. Number 248, Ruckus. And now let's go be triple threat with the first lead jammer call for Team Blue for the exhibition game.
Yeah, triple threat jumps out to the big time move, and then finally, Ruckus is through the pack. Triple threat getting caught up into turn number 2. Gets almost through. Looks like he got stopped. Did he get a 3? I'll wait for the signal. You know what? The refs are a lot better at that than I am, Vince.
Well, that was a nice stop by number 101, the pivot, Ari Cantrell. Couldn't quite defend the point as Team Blue will draw first blood and end jam number 1 4-0. And getting into jam number 2, it'll be for the white team, number 13, Sugar Cookies. And she will take on number 2, Princess Leia.
Sugar Cookies and Princess Leia stepping to the line, as Mr. Hannity said. Now they're both right on the outside. Cookies back trying to get through, and now a great pack play by that team in blue. And the white, Russ Bevett.
Elbow penalty on Boomerang will send her to the penalty box, but the juice worth the squeeze as Sugar Cookies will break the pack and get the lead chamber call, Al.
Yeah, great skating ability. You can certainly see why many of these skaters are on this team as Team USA East gets ready to represent the Eastern United States in the World Cup coming up. I've had an opportunity to watch many of these skaters the last couple of years. I had the honor of being out at Lincoln and in Colorado for the last 2 national championships, and it's exciting to see some of these names again. I forgot how exciting it was to watch them live, and to be able to do that here at the Wrecking Hall in Tampa for Frankie Panky. I'm thrilled to be sitting here, especially with you, sir.
It's an honor and privilege to be here calling this with you. And Al, it's kind of crazy seeing such amazing derby, yet looking at and realizing this is our obsolescence on the track right here.
Yeah, they don't look it. And like you said, that might have been one of the best comments of the evening, Vince, where Blackjack and Rojo, legends in roller derby, coaching the future of our sport. I love junior roller derby, and if you do not see the effect that junior roller derby has on our sports, you're not paying attention, because we are starting to see more and more graduate from this junior program and going straight into A-level travel teams, Vince.
Indeed, and you know, Al, of course, with JRDA, we've got the boys division, we got the girls division, but here's what I love the best about JRDA, the open division, recognizing the true goals, male and female as equals and as teammates on the track.
Let's just skate, bro.
That'll be number 28, Bonnet, with the lead chamber call for the blue team. Oh, look. Nice little footwork, but can't quite fully negotiate the slalom as she's hit out and drawn back by Haley Dubinsky and says, hello, how are you? To Boomerang, team captain for the white team.
Great defensive play there as well by the white team for a few moments before Bonnet just broke away on the inside. Bonnet was going to move on the... Wow, great tuck and roll on the outside, Vince. How in the world did that just happen?
I have no idea. She is just ridiculously quick on the lateral movement, just almost like a shrug, Al, and she's gone.
Wow, brilliant skating by Bonnet that time. What a great job, and very smart, quickly calling off the very impressive exhibition right there by number 28, Bonnet, from the blue team.
Not even 18, and this kid realizes, wait, call off the jump, but get past that one more pair of hips.
Get the hips.
There are adults who don't know how to do this. What?
Man, very impressive. Number 106, Unstoppable. I've seen Unstoppable be just that. And number 333, Triple Threat. And I've seen Triple Threat be just that.
Oh, we've seen Triple Threat quite a lot already here at Frankie Panky 2000 skate team. But Triple Threat will be reported to the penalty box. We can't quite see the penalty call, but it is an Unstoppable of Philly Juniors power jam for the white team. Bounces off the pivot, gets through, and gets the lead jammer call.
Great move on the end. Oh, foul up, and that's going to be low block on 09 of the blue team.
That will go on Rogers Grand slam for Unstoppable of the white team.
(18-3) in favor of the blue team at this time, but White has something to say about that now, putting a 10 spot on the board. And look at Unstoppable is just that. Oh, my goodness, moving on the outside. Glisten. Triple threat. Slamming on the brakes here in front of the announce table. Unstoppable coming back for a successful run. And just like that, the white team closes the gap. And it's a 1-point bout, Vince.
What? What?
Wow, I just put a, just came out of my mouth that they were opening it up a little bit, and waboom. Waboom. Princess Leia on the jammer line against number 248. That is Ruckus again. Ruckus seeing a lot of the action so far. Was that an elbow, I believe? One white defense blocker in the penalty box. Sorry, I didn't catch the happen on the other side of the track. Ruckus coming all the way back as the blue team tries to bridge that gap, going all the way from the front to the back of, they taking up the entire part of turn number 2, Vince.
And there's so much triple threat running on the defense, blocking himself, and then when he can't quite negotiate the sideline to sideline move, just taking his own blockers and just throwing them right in his way.
Amazing derby being, every time it's, you have to pinch yourself. I mean, it's hard to believe that this is junior roller derby. And it's not, because I've seen a lot of it. But this, man, I love junior roller derby. If your adult league is not actively nursing a junior league properly,
you're doing it wrong.
You're not doing this right. (22 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the first period. 23-17, blue team over the white team. Ruckus goes down in the turn number 2, comes back up. He's going to the penalty box.
So Jammer Dozy Do as Princess Leia comes back out for her own brief power jam.
Jammer in, jammer out at this point.
Love the defense that we're seeing from Connor and from the captain, Boomerang, as well as Haley DeVinci, of course, Boomerang from the Philly Juniors, if I recall correctly.
Princess Leia with a great move on the inside, coming out of turn number 2, getting away from the white pack. Now trying to take full advantage of this power jam opportunity. And that's the end of the jam. 12-4 in favor of the blue team that time, and it's 30-21, a 9-point lead. It's like they open up a 9 or 10 trying to hit double digits, and then they get reeled back in, and then it's back and forth. Well, that's what you get when you have this level of skating and this talented.
Indeed, credit to the white pack for holding things back as long as they did. Kind of at the end, gave up the one more scoring pass, but held on to that penalty for so long. And trying to clear lanes on the outside. Is that enough for Bonnet? Yes, it is.
Wow, great move on the inside as the jam ends, called off by Bonnet. Bonnet's, you know, as skilled as they all have physical skills, but everybody has their strength. And Bonnet's mental game is off the charts. Track awareness, at least for this particular bout. Jeez, if he's not on, though, I need number 13. That's Sugar Cookies. Wow, Sugar Cookies with a big-time move. Quickly getting down on the inside. Number 7.
Cookies now 2 for 2 on lead jammer calls, and I swear, Al, it's like she took a combined 10 seconds in both jams to get both those lead calls.
Yeah, absolutely. Fast. That was a powerful burst on the inside, coming out of at the inside of that pack, and it was not shabby defensive play by the pack. It was brilliant offensive jamming.
Indeed, and credit to number 620.
Sometimes when you're a jammer, you lay back and you let your blockers create magic for you, and sometimes you go out there and blast your way through the wall.
You sometimes just go out and say, thanks, guys, I got this one. It's cool.
Floppy Joe going to work for the team in white.
And if I see correctly, that's number 2, Princess Leia with the star gone out of the back in under 10 seconds for lead jammer.
And the force was with the princess on this bout as she takes lead jam. Not far behind. Great big time move on in. Did he make it?
Oh, he is confirmed. He is clear. He has got 4 points. The jam will be called. But credit to Floppy Joe for sneaking in a 1-point advantage on that jam.
Oh, my. I told y'all. I tried to tell y'all this was going to be exciting. I know, they're speechless. Triple threat coming back to the jammer line, and that is unstoppable. Just like the old Emerson Lake song, both of these guys have had their moments so far in this bout. Triple threat trying to work back and forth, lateral across the track. Seems that is Unstoppable is doing the same. Both great pack play by both sets of defending players right now.
And clear through is Unstoppable, taking the 2 players into the danger zone, if you will, of danger of out of play. And nice shot by Boomerang, just jumping triple threat on the outside of the inside straightaway. Buys enough time for Unstoppable to get through. We'll get 4 points on his first scoring pass. We'll get part way. We'll call it off, but to his credit, he'll shut out triple threat for a update it as a 6-point jam. 4 and 2 makes 6, and making this Professor B Dam a 5-point game.
Absolutely, with 18 minutes left to go. 6:20, Glisten coming bound to the jammer line with 2-4-8. That's Ruckus. Ruckus is getting an awful lot of, seems like we see him a lot.
I want to say this is at least his 4th time in 11 jams with the star, so it's not just a Mandela effect. There is a premise behind that conclusion, sir.
I don't know if I'd trust me at this point, but you know what? Hey, look. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
No, really, I swear Sinbad was in a movie called Shazam in the 90s. Honest, I saw it. Anyways, back to the play. As
Dude,
Ruckus, lead jammer, hangs on, stays in bounds, completes the scoring pass for the Grand Slam. So we are all tied up at 39. Gets held up at the back of the pack, courtesy of Capose. He can't quite slow down his second effort, so a perfect 10 for Ruckus will put World Cup white team in the lead at 44-39.
Wow, great time. What a man. 49-39, 10 points, open it up to a 10-point. That's the longest lead in quite some time. They've been going back and forth. As soon as I said they were going back and forth, boom, they shot it back, closed it back up, and now Glisten back into play, taking a star, coming back around. Ooh, big hit back in turn number 2 as Glisten comes around to the back of the pack. Looks like it's called, and there is penalty.
He did manage to catch it just in the nick of time before Glisten could engage, and will sneak in 2 more points. Albie Dam, 17 points. I dare say our highest scoring jam of the game so far, and we will stop the clock for Blue Team's first team timeout of our exhibition game.
Way to take the cautious route there, Vince. You're absolutely right. I would pretty much bet you're right on that one. Captain Obvious. No, I'm just messing with you.
Hey, that's Captain Obvious Esquire to you. Thank you very much, sir.
You know what? I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't have Ito play Undertaker music when you came out for the first time today. I really should have done that. Now that I think about it, that's just pretty bad.
Hashtag things to plan for Frankie Panky 2019.
You know what the cool thing that is?
What's that?
And it's funny because Friday, Red Stiletto, our tournament producer, who is our boss, and she's absolutely, man, she's a magician making things happen. And we're sweeping, and we were the first 2 in the building today, and we're talking, we're unloading and getting started, and she goes, dude, Next year's going to be our 10th anniversary show.
Oh, my.
How many tournaments have 10th anniversaries? I promise you guys, I listen, Derbyverse, it's a good thing we're getting this channel up and running because next year...
I think it's been only maybe the Dust Devil and maybe East Coast Derby Extravaganza.
Next 2019 will be our 10th anniversary, Frankie Panky. Get ready, world. We're about to blow your minds if we don't do that in 2018. But we can do it again. Number 13,
That's Sugar Cookies for the World Cup White.
And number 2, Princess Leia. Well, great persistence by Sugar Cookies. Shout out to Keith Ridge out there in the photography and Phantom Photographics. Phantom Photographs. Both good dudes, both nice people, and both magical photographers. If you're not taking care of them, you need to go thank them for all the pictures that they take of you. 99% of the people in this building have their Facebook profile pictures by one of those two gentlemen right now. Back to Derby is Princess Leia now, coming back around the turn, coming up the front straightaway. Sugar Cookies being forced to come back, calls the jam off after scoring three, I believe, but I'm not even going to try to read that board. I missed the fingers.
It's like carry the 3, but that's the old math, and then we have to get the Common Core, where you group by 5s and 10s, which I just still don't even know why the hell they're doing it that way. It's another thing. These juniors are much better than we are at doing.
Somebody please tell Al to stop mathing.
It was my understanding there would be no math during the course of this exhibition bout. And here's some math for you. 4 seconds, the amount of time it took Triple Threat to break the pack and get lead on the jam.
I'm a little disappointed.
Why is that, Al?
Because you would think that Triple Threat would have got through in 3 seconds.
I mean, you would think.
I'm just saying.
Hey, he's taking a play off. It's okay. And unfortunately, a cutting the track on 10:31 Floppy Joe means he'll flop in the penalty box and have a power jam for Triple Threat for World Cup Blue. All these juniors on the track here at the Wrecking Hall chosen to represent the roster for Team USA East for the World Junior Roller Derby Cup.
Yeah, being in Florida, we're kind of spoiled because we get to see a lot of these skaters a lot.
We do. Between the attack pack, between Duval and between Tampa Juniors, it's just, I dare say, Al, an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah, we should be ashamed. We're not. We're grateful.
Oh yeah.
We're not ashamed. We're not that. I mean, come on.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Right? I'm still kind of mad that we gave one to stupid Ohio, but lay a flat. I know you're back home listening. Stupid Ohio.
Stupid Ohio. If you're watching on YouTube on the Albie Dam Entertainment Network, my name is Vince Hannity. I am joined by the head of Tampa Roller Derby announcing and your tournament head announcer, Albie Dam. You are watching the Team USA East World Cup Juniors exhibition game. Al, what do we have on the track?
Man, Unstoppable really trying to get through. Great. Oh, my goodness. It looked for a second like Unstoppable had it clean through the center, and then the blue team closed up, and then Unstoppable made a brilliant move onto the inside. Glisten coming right behind him, though. Both jammers flying around the track. Unstoppable's like, yeah, had to work real hard to get out of there. Well, I better quit while I'm ahead.
And here's the crazy thing. We've already seen number 620, I believe it's Olivia Glisten. I get confused between her name and mom's name, Vicky, at that point. I should probably just call her Glisten. We know she's already skated one full game with the attack pack today. No signs of exhaustion at all. At all. Dropped 50, 60 points in the second half, like no big deal, and still just like she's completely fresh.
Right? And now look at the score, Vince. We got 57 to 54, a 3-point differential here with 12 and a half minutes left to play here in the first period. That is Bonnet, number 28 on the outside. Great move on the outside coming out of turn number 2. Lead jam status for the blue team as the white jammer, number 248, Ruckus, getting hung up in that sea of blue, Mr. Hannity.
Yeah, I like the transition I'm seeing from 0-9 to the pivot. Rogers doing a great job of just transitioning between running the bridge, between playing offense, and then joining in to make that braced triangle a braced diamond, just literally all over the track.
Gosh, I know I keep saying it, and I don't want to. the the mental game of both of these teams. They come from Derby people that, first of all, even in the adult team, we don't get a chance to see a lot of people that skate 8, 9 years. And you know what? A lot of these skaters have been skating since they were 8 or 9, which makes them, they're almost skating 8 or 9 years.
Not sure if the jam called off due to injury or due to being called by our lead jammers. Our EMTs will come off, but it will appear that Ruckus will skate off the track on his own power, just kind of doing a slide and safe at first there at that point, kind of wiped out some of the World Cup blue crap pack. And he is going to come over to the EMT bench to make sure everything's okay, and hopefully nothing more than maybe just a split lip at worst. And, of course, split lip, we have to make sure it's sealed off before he can return to gameplay. We don't want blood on the track.
Oh, absolutely. By no means. Ruckus will be back. It wasn't nothing like that. They just, and it hurts. He's saying, what do you mean it is nothing? It hurt, man. But, yeah, we got to get that sealed up for safety precautions before we get back to gameplay, and I understand that. We understand that. Thanks again for the medics. We couldn't do it without it. It takes a village to do this thing we call roller derby. And shout out to everybody who's ever reffed a game, NSO'd a game, medic, all the volunteering that goes on to do this thing we call roller derby. Sometimes it seems insane, and sometimes, like tournaments like this, you get the chance to watch some pretty cool stuff.
Dare I say, Al, it takes a village.
Absolutely it does. #10th anniversary.
And in the event that you're watching on the LBDM Entertainment Network on YouTube and you want to reach out to us, you can feel free to catch us on the Twitter using hashtag FrankiePanky2018. That's hashtag Frankie, F-R-A-N-K-Y, Panky, P-A-N-K-Y, the number 2018. Oh, red, you shouldn't have.
My favorite color. One of the great raffle prizes being offered this weekend here, being brought over. There's some good stuff being given away here in the Wrecking Hall. If you guys are close, you can get discount tickets. Get in for $10 either these last 2 games coming up after this one. And I would like to stay while we're talking about after this one. The local games are next. While we will continue to broadcast, we will not be doing live. Those of you out there on YouTube, we will not be live. We will do some live stuff from the stands. We might do we will be creative, and we'll still give you different slides on stuff to come, but there will be an audio feed for the last 2 bouts, both today and tomorrow here at Frankie Panky 2018.
But stay tuned in. It will be well worth your while, as we are certainly seeing from this Team USA East World Cup Juniors exhibition game, as that will be Bonnet breaking the pack as the lead jammer. If I'm not mistaken, Al, this is Bonnet's not only second time jamming, back to consecutive jams, but second time getting the lead.
Both times. That's
both
pretty
times.
impressive.
Bonnet will call it. She'll sneak in 3 to give a World Cup blue team the lead again by 1 lone point.
Those of you that are here in the Wrecking Hall right now, if you've all of a sudden found your head bobbing a little bit and you're kind of getting in the groove a little bit, that's because music makes you do that. And you need to thank DJ Ito for that. DJ Ito is a magician for tournament play, the best I've ever seen, and that's why we try to get him. As Floppy Joe goes to work, we want to give a shout out to DJ Ito.
Floppy Joe jamming against Princess Leia, dancing around, spinning around, but unfortunately cuts the track. So power jam for Floppy Joe. And he catches World Cup blue napping, as he'll get the outside lane. And actually, correction, Princess Leia being weighed back onto the track. That track cut was assessed against a World Cup white blocker rather than Princess Leia. So no power jam, but it will still be lead jammer for Floppy Joe. Leia still eligible to keep on moving forward.
Sloppy Joe going to call it off. After putting up points, great jam. 62-58, Vince. We only got 4 points separating these two teams.
Well, again, as we'll stop the clock for an official review with the clock held at 9 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first period. Our second lead change in as many jams as World Cup White will retake the lead, now showing 8 points on the board for that jam, so 65-58 for World Cup Blue. Thanks, of course, to our track maintenance crew, including the return of number 103, Crush Groove, who I hear a rumor we may see in action later tonight, Al.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Crush grooving. Oh, goodness. Yes, Crush coming back. We are so excited to have her back. She is having a very, trust me, you'll see. Let me just be quiet.
Well, I hear from not being able to skate for so long, I hear there are perhaps a few frustrations that she wishes to resolve with her track time.
Crush is hungry. Yeah, this is going to be, oh my goodness. This league, as a league, we are so excited about Crush Groove being back. And I think Crush Groove, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and call it comeback of the year. You'll see. I probably shouldn't have said that.
It's like those Charlie Brown's Peanut specials. Instead of Snoopy come home, Crush Groove come home.
Right?
Again, if you're joining us on the Albie Dam Entertainment Network on YouTube, you are watching the Team USA East World Cup Juniors exhibition game brought to you at Frankie Panky 2018. Co-hosted this year for the first time by Tampa Roller Derby and Jacksonville Roller Derby. My name is Vince Hannity. I am joined by the head announcer of Frankie Panky and of Tampa Roller Derby, Professor Albie Dam.
Dude, I'm still not sure where I got this professorness all of a sudden.
Shut up and take the compliment, Al.
Thank you very much. I don't know about being the professor. I've always been skipper. But I'm bumped.
Maybe we can call you like Admiral Albie Dam or something like that, or maybe like Colonel Albie Dam.
I can't be that because Corey's the ambassador, and so I don't want to be Admiral. I don't know. Can't do that. I'll be good. Well,
Corey is Ambassador Corey, and for when things get rough, we call in Colonel Albie Dam when we need gunboat diplomacy.
Vince, in the word of the Florida State alum, Ron Simmons, just damn.
Damn. Are we allowed to say that during a juniors bout? I'm not sure if we're allowed to say that during a juniors bout.
Oh, damn.
I see what you did there.
Oops. You know what? I'm going to give me a junior jacket made this. I'll be dang, I think.
I like where your head's at.
Right?
I think you're onto something.
I think I'll do that.
And remember, fans, even if you won't get video.
And if you would like to donate to the I'll Be Dang Jacket Fund, please donate to... No,
please donate to GoFundMe.com/AlBeDang Jacket Fund. Thank you very much.
Speaking of donating, those of you that are out there listening, streaming this has been a labor of love, and we've certainly had bumps and bruises, and we've done good things and we've done bad things, and we've spent our own money and we've worked real hard, and we're very proud over the last few tournaments that we've kept up in our game and growing, and I'm very proud of Skeesberger and Corey and you, Mr. Hannity, and George Washington, and so many people in this league that have went together. It's just, wow. But that said, if you're enjoying what you're hearing out there, please, if you would like to donate to the cause and help raise funds for better equipment so we can keep getting better, because we're trying to up our game a little bit here at the Wrecking Hall. If you would like to help with that, just go to PayPal. AlBDamEnt. That's AlBDamment @gmail.com. We certainly would appreciate any assistance. No amount too small. And you don't look. We didn't sell it to you. We want you to listen. But if you feel like you like what you see and you'd like to help us out, please. Thank you very much.
And remember, to paraphrase the words of the Ghostbusters Interdimensional Cross-Rip podcast, donations will go towards keeping us on the air and will not go to putting beer in our stomachs. Thank you very much.
See, I feel like you're trying to make a point of finger here, Vince. Hold on, time out.
No, we're not making fun. Trust me, we're not making fun.
I appreciate that you're pointing that out for the fans, and that is definitely the truth. But I feel like you got a little bit of a side eye when you said that, sir.
Well, I think with what I'm sporting, sir, I'm not allowed to comment on anyone's waist size or lack thereof.
Oh, I'm talking about the beer belly. He thinks I'm going to know. You know what? That's why it's great to be a Tampa roller derby person, because we have at least 2 current local brewery sponsors. I believe 3, but I confirm that later. Unstoppable back on the line as we get ready to go back to Derby. Vince and I have bored y'all long enough.
Thank goodness. Unstoppable with a power start for jam number 18 of period 1 here in this Team USA East Junior World Cup exhibition game. Pack held up from the pivot line going into turn number 1. And there's Unstoppable. Not really an Apex, more an Apex hop. It's really what he makes it look like.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. I feel like there should have been like
the bionic man sound effects. You're not wrong.
You know, I'm just glad you got the right reference that I was throwing out, because that wasn't a very good sound. I'm not exactly known for the sound. I'm just saying.
I got you, boo. I got you.
I love it when he knows me.
Your score, Team World Cup White, 80 points. Team World Cup Blue, 58 points with just under 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in regulation in the first.
A white team behind some great skating and some great jammer play, now opening up the biggest lead for either during the game. If I do the bout, I do believe.
I believe you may be correct on that, sir.
I'm just guessing. Vince actually figures all this stuff out. I just throw it out there and see if I'm right. It's the whole blind squirrel theory again. Well, triple threat coming back.
You know, broke clock twice a day and that stuff, so. But certainly not just twice a day is number 248 Ruckus getting lead jammer, but swallowed back up into the beast that is World Cup Blues Pack.
You know, some of these skaters, and part of it is the talent level, and part of it is just they're young and they're still wiry, but they won't complain at all about these back-to-back-to-back and trying to jam a lot, because you know what? They came a long way to skate here, and they're not skating a lot of tournament games over the weekend. This is their one time. They're leaving it all on, exhibition or not, they're leaving it all on the track.
Indeed. Number 22, Connor, just all over triple threat, though. Triple threat will fight his way on through to get clear. Oh! That is Gilman with the block on Ruckus. And Ruckus will heed the advice of his bench and call it off. Enough time, however, for triple threat of World Cup Blue to sneak in for 4 points on the pass. Clock will stop for an official timeout. Clock stop at 6 minutes, 21 seconds. Score on the board. Team World Cup White, 80 points. Team World Cup Blue is 62 points in the first period.
I believe it is Pac-Man, yes. I'll tell you what, for those of you out there in the
Thank you for getting the EMTs to check on him for that. Thank you.
Shout out to Pac-Man. It's funny because when that happened right in front of us, and he got up and went back to the bench, I just passed a note to Vince that basically said a medic should look at him, yes, with a question mark, going, because he hit, and I'm not calling anybody out because we were right here in front of it.
Yes.
And
yes.
I didn't talk because I was just all of a sudden silent. I was speechless for a moment. It was a hard hit, and the best thing that happened, and safety being such an issue, I'm just glad. Pac-Man, the ref, went straight to the medics and said, "Hey, he hit kind of hard. I think we should look at him." And the medics are over there. We'll be going back to the rotary, and hopefully everything is fine. But there is certainly warrant a stoppage to check and make sure that young man is okay.
Well, I forget which specific provision it is under the current rule set. Something like 9.5.1, somewhere in there, but basically talking about how the safety of all skaters on the track at all times is the primary concern of the officials. And thanks to Pac-Man for looking out for that. In the meantime, we're back underway, and that'll be number 13, Sugar Cookies for World Cup White with your lead jammer call.
If we had a play of the tournament, that might be mine. Vote for Pac-Man. That was great. Thank you very much, Pac-Man, for your work.
Pac-Man clearly gets the good looking out award on that one.
Glisten, back to play. Let's get back to Derby. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked for a minute. Squirrel.
I think that was a fair thing to focus on under the circumstances. I think that was.
Number 1031, that is Floppy Joe and Princess Leia, two names that we've been saying quite a bit. You know, shout out to TIE Fighter. I've seen TIE Fighter skate and ref in the same tournament. I've seen him skate at the highest levels and ref at the highest levels. And it's an honor to have him here in the building reffing for this exhibition.
Dare I say, TIE Fighter, the next triple threat that we'll see aging up into the adult derby world, as unfortunately Floppy Joe goes to the penalty box, so Princess Leia on the power jam. Not quite 30 seconds gone, yet to have a lead jammer declared. And that is Gilman on the offense, but that will also be Enigma with a big, big block. Yeah, and again, once discretion, the better part of valor, even though she's off the track, kill trip right there. Refs call it off, and the EMT is coming on there. I dare say, Al, had Enigma hit me like that, I would not be able to get back up on my own power, no matter how many EMTs we had.
We're gonna need more EMTs.
We're gonna need a bigger EMT. But credit to Princess Leia, up on her skates. It may just be one of those things that's just got the wind knocked out of her. And again, a huge block from Enigma, kind of shades of Bill Coulter, formerly of the Mass Maelstrom. I used to watch MRDA games that he would play in what I would call a pancake block, where he would literally just stand up in front and the skater who was blocking fall down flat like a pancake.
Medics calling an official back over. Pac-Man coming over.
Not quite sure if this is one of those cases where we're perhaps looking at a concussion protocol, maybe just an abundance of caution again.
Another play stoppage. Apologies to everyone out there in the interweb. We'll take this time to, those of you here in the building, go by and buy Vendors Row, please. See some of our great vendors. We are going to be giving a raffle away, Vince, at the halftime if we ever make it there.
Don't jinx, don't jinx, don't jinx it.
Oh, dang it, we were on. No, I'm just kidding. That makes it sound long and drawn out. That's not true. But we like games that are not stopped for these reasons, right?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But back to the raffles. We're going to be giving away a very cool raffle bag in a minute. It's a Dunkin' Donuts and Rubbermaid hydration, Veet. It's basically a personal care. Just get your mind right. And some cool pink socks. Ooh, I want those socks. Hold on, bro.
Lots of pink, soft, and sweet stuff here. There's a hydration bottle, something.
Hey, whoever wins this, can I have these socks? They're pink and they say badass on them. They're pretty badass. Oh, gosh, dang it. All right, my apologies again. That was a junior bounce.
Al, please don't wreck the raffle basket.
We
please.
We really need
Colonel be damned, please do not wreck the raffle basket before we have awarded it, please, and thank you.
Al, you're why we can't have nice things. Oh, Lord.
Well,
apologies.
We certainly do have some nice things, for lack of a better term, to put it in the fact that we've got this incredible Team USA East World Cup Juniors exhibition game currently stopped with about, let's call it 4 minutes and 43 seconds left in regulation in the first. EMT's just checking on Princess Leia. She is up. She is alert. She's sitting up in the chair. Mike, I have a sneaking suspicion here. I'm no medic, Al. I have a sneaking suspicion they're just double checking to make sure it was simply the wind being knocked out of her and that she can breathe. Normally she doesn't have a broken rib or anything like that.
Yeah, it was no. She definitely is winded and needs to be there, and I hope that's what it is. But she popped up at the end. It was a different, those are two different, both warranted. Both the delays are warranted.
Absolutely.
But I think we're talking about different situations, scenarios. I am not a medic, nor do I play one on TV.
Roller derby fans, give it up for number 2, Princess Leia. Come on!
There you go. I love when that happens. Anyway, we do have that raffle coming up at halftime, and we'll also be giving away throughout this weekend a Girl Scout basket, a Tivana set, skate bags, Bath and Body Works, Bath and Both Works. You get to vote for the MVP outside of merchandise if you're in the building. That's pretty cool. Go do that. First of all, merchandise is cool. The Wrecking Mall. If you haven't visited the Wrecking Mall, which is the merchandise store here at the Wrecking Hall, you should do so because it's pretty awesome. As number 28, Bonnet, starts us back off for the blue team.
Bonnet on the power start formation. Boomerang running the defense for World Cup White team, joined by Enigma, joined by Evil Apple. Slowing things down out of the darkness into the light. Done with his penalty is Floppy Joe, but Boomerang cannot hold Bonnet long enough to stop her from getting lead jammer.
You know, Vince, when I was talking about photographers a few minutes ago and I mentioned Phantom, and that's cool because Phantom's here, you know, and Keith is here, Keith Ridge is here, and I told all the Derby fans that they really should, be glad because he does all their work for them. Well, I told them they did like 75, 66 points, a lot. 70% of the photos in Florida were from them. The other 30% just walked in the door.
I would recognize that photographer anywhere. He's not only who you aspire to be as a Derby photographer and as a Derby volunteer, but we'll get more to him when we get another break in the action as we're back underway as Unstoppable, living up to his name once again.
Up on the outside, but then he comes on the inside. Great job by Triple Threat. Whoops. And Unstoppable calls off the jam. Both made really good moves, but when you're skating somebody that makes a good move like that, it's like, oh, man.
Like, come on.
What up, Bri? How you doing, my brother? Thank you again for coming. Bri over there in the West Side. West Side's always been one of my favorites. You guys are going to have to get loud over there, right? West Side! Really? Come on now. Hey, y'all get ready. We'll work on that again later, okay?
In the meantime, Ruckus raising the roof as a lead jammer for Team World Cup White. Currently up 87-65 with just under 2.5 minutes left to play.
$89-65, still trying to open it up as Sugar Cookies, I do believe, and Glisten, yep.
Cookies and Glisten line, but just all girl, hey.
Right.
At least I think that's what the kids still do today. I don't know.
Sugar Cookies?
Is that what the kids still do today? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think we're years behind, dude. I don't know. I'm still saying dude.
Dude, we got Sugar Cookies and Glisten jamming. Dude.
Stop. Sometimes we're so intelligent sounding, and sometimes we're just not.
And sometimes we're what's wrong with America. But certainly right with the defensive team. World Cup Blue up front, slowing down Sugar Cookies. That brace triangle just over the pivot line in turn number 1.
Glisten coming back, working her way back through as Sugar Cookie's now coming back on the inside. Glisten tries on the out, Sugar Cookie on the inside. Glisten forced out on the inside. Great off defensive play. I believe it was 8-17 Boomerang.
Boomerang living up to her name. You throw her out of pajama, she hits her out and will drag her back.
It's funny how many times, as few times as I've announced for Boomerang, it's funny how many times I've said great defensive play by Boomerang.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong, Al. You're not wrong.
Isn't that special? Age check.
And now Boomerang playing offense as well, clearing out the pivot. Number 62, Hernandez, allowing Sugar Cookies to get through for the grand slam. And that's Ari Cantrell getting it before Boomerang can even get involved with the hit out and drawback. Sugar Cookies just powers her way through. 15 points on the jam for World Cup White. Jam will end. And we'll wait for the official signal. I believe our jam timer checking with World Cup Blue and World Cup White to see if they are planning on using any official reviews before officially declaring halftime. If there are none called for within 30 seconds of the break, she will officially declare us at the half. And that is confirmed from our jam timer, Aggie Battery. We are at the halftime. Team World Cup White, 104 points. Team World Cup Blue, 66 points. 30 down, 30 to go. And Al, I have no idea just exactly how they're going to top this in the second half. I got nothing.
You know what? Wow. And I would normally say, yeah, it's been an amazing bout. I mean, this is pretty much the biggest gap we've had. It's been a very close battle back and forth throughout every time Blue would open up, White would inch back, and then White just went on a tear. And it's not shabby defensive play. It's just brilliant skating by both teams, but some of the White jammers are just wow.
Yeah, or World Cup White just may have been one of those things where sometimes you just solve the puzzle a little bit early. It's certainly, we're not dealing with any scrubs on the track here, but again, sometimes you just catch that puzzle and how to solve it just a little bit sooner than your opponents.
Folks, we're going to take a quick break here for just a minute. With 9 minutes left to go before halftime, we're going to run to the little announcer's room and grab a water and do all the great things. Maybe somebody will come talk to you about something. If not, those of you out there in YouTube land, thank you for watching. Make sure you share the link with your friends. Please make sure if you want to donate, you can do that through PayPal to albydam, all one word, albydament@gmail.com. Thank you very much. We'll be back in just a few minutes for, once again, at Frankie Panky 2018 at the Wrecking Hall. Just. Ladies and gentlemen, in the raffle for the pink basket, ticket number 154891. 154891. Blue ticket number 154891. Please come see me. I have your blue ticket number 154891. Vinsanity. Will you track that down and take that over, please, sir? Well, you can call going once or whatever.
Once. Going twice. Sorry about your damn luck. Let's pick another number. Al's distracted. I'll call this next number for him. If you've got blue raffle ticket number 154966, again, 154966. Hold it up high. Come on over to our announcer's table. Robbie?
Mention the Team USA shirts again, too, that are on sale over here, please. Guys, first.
Can I run outside and go get my ticket? It's in my truck.
You don't? Really? Really?
Like 5 minutes.
Very quick, go. Did she? Did?
Human beings. Give him his mic.
After their World War, Shandor decided society was. And he wasn't alone. He had close to 1,000 followers when he died. They conducted rituals on the roof. Bizarre rituals intended to bring about the end of the world. And now it looks like it may happen.
Folks, a couple of things I wanted to remind you of before the halftime starts as you're wandering through One Vendor Village. Please stop by the blue T-shirt table over here for Team USA East. You'll see them right next to the Tampa Juniors where they've got that tape booth. Is my name still on that tape list? Y'all better buy me off that table. Somebody better put $1 in there and get me off that table if I am. You know what? I don't care because y'all just have to buy more tape because it's going to take a lot of tape to tape me. Go ahead. Spend a lot of money. I'll take your money and give it to the juniors. Anyway, please stop by the blue T-shirt booth and help Team USA East in their travels and expenditures. And also, I would like to take mention, before the second half begins, the teal bandanas that Team USA team are wearing are representing of cervical cancer awareness, and we have a junior parent that is in a battle with cervical cancer. So they would like to ask that you check out cervical cancer awareness and see what we can do to help raise funds so that we just got, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you about the sticker that's on my car that involves cancer because on my guitar that involves cancer because it's a junior bout. But cancer sucks, y'all. So any kind of cancer. And if you can help, that's what the teal bandanas are all about. So taking risks. But whatever you do, go buy a shirt. I'm going to be gone now because we're supposed to be on break and getting water and stuff. So love you, mean it. Bye.
Hey everybody, make sure that you're putting your name in for some of those raffles. $1 each, 6 for $5, arm length for $10. We got wheels, skate accessories, DRD swag, Frankie Panky swag, jewelry, and more. $5 basket of booze raffle tickets, over 30 bottles of spirits and liquors. If you are a drinker and over 21, I probably should have said that the other way. If you are over 21 and a drinker, you want to put your name in for that. You definitely want in on that. You do not have to be present to win, but you must be over 21 to enter. Our jam line sponsor is Night Owl Photography, one of our very own skaters here, Rebel. Very talented photographer, as well as some of the other photographers that are here today. The after party is at Fuzzy Taco on 56th and Fowler tonight. Tomorrow's after party is going to be at the Pegasus Lounge on Nebraska and Fowler. Late entry admission special is $10 a day or $15 per weekend. Last 2 games each day are going to be Tantrums and Bruce Crew tonight, and then you got Sirens and Tantrums tomorrow night. Please make sure to go over to the bake sale we have. That is the Tampa Travel Team bake sale. All donations are helping the Tampa Travel Teams to travel. You like sweet stuff, we like to travel. Please, let's get together and make this happen. Our upcoming games, we've got the Spring Break Swarm. That's a juniors tournament happening on April 28th and 29th. May 5th, we've got the Tampa home team season opener. So we've got some great teams here in Tampa. So if you're a traveler or if you're local, come hang out, grab a beer, watch some awesome people skate. Interested in some TRD merch? Head on over to the Wrecking Mall. We have Tournament League and home team apparel. If you want a Frankie Panky tournament shirt, it's $20 a piece. Some of our vendors, we have the original Nikki Ears, where all of your custom ear dreams come true. So if you like your Mickey kind of mouse ear things, if you're a Disney fan, you want to get over there ASAP. Get yourself 12 Snow. I see you. I see you. One for every month. If you're interested in becoming a derby person, if you want to skate, if you need some gear, if you already are a derby person who needs some new stuff, head on over to Skater's Choice Skate Shop. They've got tons of goodies over there, all the good stuff, all the happy things. If you like your lip gloss to last forever, head on over to Synogen's. We have Tracy here. She's one of our wonderful vendors. It's waterproof, it's smudge proof, basically life proof lip gloss. If you're interested in that, head on over there. And then we also have Pixie's Bling Hideaway. All jewelry is $5 and it's nickel and lead free. You want some jewelry for $5, some shiny shinies, head on over there. She'll hook you right up. If you like your shirts to speak about who you are, strong, athletic, smart, all that good stuff, head on over to the Strong Athletic t-shirts. They have shirts, tanks, midriff, showing things that show your midriff if you like showing your midriff. Great outfits. How much do you love that jammer line we have? Our jammer line sponsor is Night Owl Photography, one of our very own skaters. We have lots of raffles going on today, guys. $1 each for a ticket, 6 for $5, and arm length for $10. And I'm pretty sure the person who's selling those tickets has long arms, so, you know, good chances. Need some skate gear? Head on over to Skater's Choice. They'll take care of you there. New skates, new pads, new helmets, all that good stuff. Everything you need to become the best derby person you can be. Pixie's Bling Hideaway. All jewelry is $5. Nice and shiny. The original Nikki Ears, where all of your custom ear dreams come true. Again, if you're a big Mickey Mouse fan, that's where you want to go for some new ears.
Test. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you know I'm all about exciting a derby, and derby is exciting, and I love being the whole exciting a derby. But guys, if y'all want to come tell the announcer something, do me a favor. Don't. There are some big white chairs like plastic PVC and a bunch of speakers. Please do not come over here. We will get somebody to talk to you, I promise. But you guys, if you come over here, you're going to trip on a cord, you're going to knock something over and burn something down, or you're going to hurt yourself, or you're going to get, please, we've had stuff wrote, but please don't come up here. We want to help you. We'll send somebody. Number one, we're broadcasting live up here, so we don't want a lot of people. We don't want a lot of people in the background noise, so we're trying to keep this area a little bit clear. And we're doing that for those that are out there in the Derbyverse listening to us, and I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And number two, we have cords, and while we try to do things pretty safe, this is not an area that is intended for public consumption. So
as they say en français. 30 minutes down, 30 minutes to go for our Team USA East World Cup Juniors exhibition game. Now, I'm curious for the fans out here in the Wrecking Hall, who here is cheering for Team USA East for the World Cup Juniors coming up for the Juniors World Cup Road Derby? Thank you, George, and a couple of people. Because the rest of you apparently hate America. In the meantime, Unstoppable underway with jam number 1 to period number 2. Jamming against number 620, Glisten for World Cup Blue Team. Unstoppable will get 4 points and kind of contradict his name by stopping and calling it off. Oh, Al, you were supposed to go to the bathroom before the game started again. And nobody on YouTube saw that, so got what was going on. Anyways, back to the action. Jam number 2, triple threat with a star for Team World Cup Blue. He will take on 1031 Floppy Joe for Team World Cup White. 4-3 pack advantage for Team World Cup White, but Capozzi and number 28 Bonnet will hit on drawback. And triple threat lead jammer, but not jammer in the lead as Floppy Joe slightly ahead, jockeying for position as the pack goes by the runaway, hits him out, but nice recovery by Floppy Joe. Inside, hops around past the apex. Good Lord. Floppy Joe literally flopping over the apex. Turn number 3. It wasn't pretty, but it worked for another 4 points for Team World Cup White. Triple threat moves to engage around the outside of Boomerang. Hop, skip, and a jump on the inside. I dare say we might be over our quota of apex jumps for the jam, let alone the period and the game. As we're about to go into jam number 3, period number 2, Princess Leia Good to see her unaffected by that one hit she took in the first period. She will take on number 248, Ruckus, and it will be a Team World Cup Blue 4-3 pack advantage. And Princess Leia, one step to the outside, jukes a little bit and is gone, baby gone for lead jammer. Score in jam number 3, 116-74, Team World Cup White over Team World Cup Blue, as Leia with another apex hop, but doesn't quite stick the landing, so no points either team. So with 3 jams gone, as Ruckus and Enigma congratulate themselves on good defense, it will be 116 World Cup White, 74 World Cup Blue, 3 jams gone. About, let's call it 27 minutes and 15 seconds left in regulation. Sugar Cookies and Glisten for White and Blue, respectively. Jam number 4, period number 2 underway. Glisten on the outside, and Martin can't quite get it. And Al, what do we have on the track, sir?
Vince, thank you very much for covering for me for the first few minutes as Glisten comes around the turn 4, coming back into the pack. Vince, exciting derby right from the jump. Here we go. I know I've missed for 3.5 minutes, but you held the fort down.
I may have done this once or twice.
You have been here, done that. This is not your first rodeo.
It is not, sir.
116-78 as Team White now opening things up. The blue team trying to get poised to come back as Unstoppable and Triple Threat come to the jammer line for their teams.
And we may even have an inside pack ref with a GoPro, Al. Shades of Zacharoni and Cheese from Jacksonville Roller Derby for the old JRG show on CW27 up in Duval County for the city of Jacksonville. Back underway. Coming into turn number 1, now moving towards turn number 2. About 20 seconds gone, no lead jammer declared yet. And around the outside, Unstoppable will get the call. Rogers with the angle, just not quite enough momentum. And of course, Al, it bears the question, if someone with the derby name Unstoppable calls off the jam, can we in fact still legally and ethically call him Unstoppable? I don't know.
Well, nobody's going to stop him but him.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong on that one, Colonel be damned.
And you know what?
What's that?
Right now they're going womp womp, but as long as we amuse ourselves, Vince, who cares what the rest of the Derbyverse is saying? We're just kidding. We care. We love you. Thanks for watching. Help us. Unstoppable. Nope.
That's actually Floppy Joe. We see so much of Unstoppable and Floppy Joe, it's easy to get them confused. And it almost looked for a minute like Floppy Joe when passing by. I think that lead jammer call almost ripped off the pivot cover. Whoever was pivot for Team World Cup Blue. Just all of a sudden out of nowhere, there was just this random pivot cover on the side of the track. I was just sitting there thinking, man, I hope you're not planning on doing any star passes. Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. Glisten and Ruckus. You know what? I don't think Ruckus will do any.
4-3 pack advantage for Team World Cup White. So that'll be Ruckus taking advantage of the pack advantage. In the meantime, number 22, Connor, with a hit out and drawback on Glisten. Seems like one of the few blockers has been able to do that consistently this morning against Glisten.
I'm not going to lie. I appreciate our vantage point, where we get our view of roller derby, and I don't take it for granted, but I would love to have been where the NSOs are right now on that stop by Floppy Joe down there in turn number 3 a minute ago. That was amazing.
Well, with one of these days, maybe we'll have what the WFTDA playoffs has, where we got monitors up in front with a director and switcher, so we can get camera angles advantage. So, of course, it's perfect time to remind you we might have that somewhere down the road. Feel free to help donate to the Albie Dam production fund, shall we say.
Aww.
Aw. You guys.
Those of you out there in the YouTube-verse on the Albie Dam YouTube channel watching, thank you very much for doing so. Please subscribe, and you will get sometimes we'll put some shows out, and we're starting to do more and more, or we'll put derby thoughts and stuff. Please subscribe, and you will get notified when we do anything, or most importantly, you'll be notified 1 month from now when we are here for Spring Break Swarm.
Well, when you're here for Spring Break Swarm, unfortunately, I kind of ended up with a previous commitment.
Yes, sir, you do. You are. Let's go back to the track, and we'll come back to where you were. Once again, taking the medics going back. I think if I'm Team USA East coach, I'm going to say, hey, how about we dial it back a little bit? I realize that we want to showcase, and this is we're at Frankie Panky, and we want, like Velcro pillows or something. Maybe they could put padding in those teal.
Right. Well, I mean, if this was the 1970s, we'd probably have like the housewives saying, "Can we give the kids a Valium or something?" I don't know. And Boomerang again with the angle, just not quite enough momentum to slow down Triple Threat as he'll sneak on by the outside of Boomerang to get the lead jammer call for Team World Cup Blue. So, Al, hypothetically speaking, not to play favorites, but let's say that Colonel B. Dam becomes the coach of Team USA East for the Juniors World Cup, and all these skaters we have on the track that we've seen today are available in the draft. Who's your number one draft pick so far if you're building this team?
You might as well get a cricket sounder, buddy, because you ain't getting an answer out of me. Vince did something that nobody in this building has been able to do for a long time. He just left me silent. I ain't answering that question. I don't even think I have an answer to that question.
So you have, unlike Ron White, you have both the right and the ability to remain silent on that one.
Not very often, but apparently I was. I had a burst of restraint there for a second. There's no way.
I have to say, for me, it's a tough call between Princess Leia, between Triple Threat, or perhaps number 620, Glisten, all of them amazing players. I mean, everyone on this track we've seen is amazing.
Vince, you got it. A lot of these, they're Florida kids, and I've been honored and lucky enough to be part of roller derby and host the regionals and the districts here at the Wrecking Hall, and been to a couple of nationals. And seen I've seen a lot of these skate for a long time. That's like picking which of your children are the best. Oh, never mind. Sorry. See, one of them's pissed off now. One of them's angry now.
Womp womp.
Sorry, people. I'm sorry.
Score, we're Team World Cup White 142, Team World Cup Blue 86. If you're just joining us on the Albie Dam Entertainment Network, he's Albie Dam, I'm Vinsanity, and he is Floppy Joe for Team World Cup White, and he is Lee Jammer.
This white team is just, everything's coming up roses right now. White rose? Yeah, okay.
It's a possible, we might need to check our privilege, but I think it's a thing, so.
Lots of action over on the far side. Great footwork. Oh. Floppy Joe. He does flop around, but in a controlled manner. See, it's also hard for me because I realize I know skaters by seeing them, and I've seen them for so long. But a lot of them are going, when they get to this level, they switch from derby names to real names, and you go, who's that? Oh, wait, come on. I mean, there are people on these rosters that I've been calling for years. Part of Tampa Roller Derby, part of Jacksonville, part of the Attack Pack, and some of the skaters I've seen at tournament play lately. So I'm thrilled to sit here. I was glad things worked out to where we were able to do this one today, Vince.
Indeed, quite the exhibition of talent that we'll have available at the Junior World Cup of Roller Derby down the road, as we are stopped for a team timeout for Team World Cup Blue, called by Coach Rojo Grande. Rojo, of course, longtime standout on the Tantrums. I believe currently rostered, on the Bruise Crew, if I recall correctly. I don't know if it's the Bruise Crew or the Sea Sirens.
No, Bruise Crew, I believe. You know what? Tune in tomorrow to find out.
Well, actually,
what?
I was going to say for our double main event tonight at 7 o'clock, we've got the Blue Ridge All-Stars taking on the Tampa Roller Derby Tantrums. And then at 9 o'clock, the second half of our double main event, as Blue Ridge's French Broads take on the Bruise Crew.
Speaking of that broadcast over the next two games, I will talk more about it the next break.
Sure.
Because I don't want people to go away. Bud's up there working magic. He's still going to do some magical stuff out there, and you'll get to hear the entire bout. So don't go nowhere.
Bud esta magica. But not magic, unfortunately, is number 28, Bonnet, as she goes to the penalty box. Power jam for Ruckus and Team World Cup White.
I wonder if Bud can bring back the taco.
Well, if anyone can, it's Bud.
There you go. Do you remember the taco?
I have some recollections of taco.
We broadcast the Hostile Takeover, and we've come a long way since that broadcast where it was more like we were doing the scoreboard by hand and things like that, but we've come a long way, and we're still working on it and trying to improve. But Bud came up with a little gif of a screaming taco, and we had more comments on that screaming taco than anybody else, any part of the broadcast. It was my profile pic for a while. Bonnet.
Oh! You hate to see that happen. Ruckus, thinking he was lead, trying to call up, went out and re-entered the track in front of an opposing skater, and the ref just kind of stared him in the eye, said, "I'm not angry, I'm disappointed, and I'm sending you to the box for a cutting the track."
No, not that. I'm not angry, I'm disappointed.
I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed in you.
I may use that later.
In the meantime, Bonnet done with her own penalty, being drawn back behind the pivot line in the outside straightaway. In the meantime, jam number 12 underway. Sugar Cookies and Princess Leia score World Cup White 166, World Cup Blue 91. Al, what we got in the track, sir?
Smooth move skating by Princess Leia. You can tell, very much like the baseball player Fred McGriff. You could be anywhere on the field and see his gait as he ran across, and it was very smooth and slow, and it looked like he wasn't running fast, but he was. And it's very symbolic of Princess Leia gliding out there. Just, you could tell her gait when she's coming out of a pack and everything's clicking right.
I would not have expected that reference on that one. You went deep for that. You went deep.
Yes? No? Okay.
So the score with 12 jams gone in the second period. Team World Cup White 170. Team World Cup Blue 94. About, let's call it 16 minutes and 5 seconds left in regulation. And once again, unstoppable lead jammer for Team World Cup White.
Wow. My goodness. I would love to be able to play that back and look at the span and measure. I feel like I want to be a John Madden with a little...
So you see, Al, here's where he comes in, and here's where he jumps the apex, and right here, boom, is where he lands on the jump there.
Wow.
But does that make me, what's his face?
Dude, you know what? No, you got to be mad now. That was brilliant. I love it. All right, anyway, let's get back to Derby.
Let's get back to Derby. Pat Summerall, that was the name I was looking for. Anyways, back to Derby. Glisten with the star for Team World Cup Blue. She is jamming against Floppy Joe for Team World Cup White. And Enigma just shrugging off blockers. Coming into turn number 1. Glisten for World Cup Blue reports to the box. So now a power jam for Floppy Joe and Team World Cup Blanc. And out and draw back courtesy of Triple Threat. Nice pick move by Enigma.
Bless you, sir. 13 minutes and 53 seconds left to go here in the second period. While Mr. Hannity and I are trading cough, sneezes, and other things that have to keep us bailing out. He's, for whatever's going on, he's had to cover for me while I'm over here gagging on water or something. Got a case of the something that's going on here. Let's back to Derby now. 13 and a half minutes. Floppy Joe with a move on the outside. What a big-time move on the outside of the front straightaway, Mr. Hannity. Did he go? Nope. TIE Fighter officiating. Just killed trip. And we got some great officials, don't we, Vince?
I believe we do. In fact, our officials for this game include Pac-Man, Vanilla Vice, Sergeant Major, Adam Smasher, Wookiee Mistake, TIE Fighter, and the previously aforementioned Kilt Trip. Also, thank you to our non-skating officials, including but not limited to Butt Force Trauma, Aggie Battery, Mama Vader, Psylocke, Aubrey Ann of Tarth, McHotpants, Eddie LaFleur, Iva Grudge, Coconuts Chanel, and Christy Cuffs.
Another example of the great volunteers that we have in and around Tampa and the state of Florida that come here for this. Shout out to our friends in Texas. We have a lot of friends, Vince, a lot of common friends, mutual friends, that are all out at some little tournament in Texas this weekend.
They went out to some little tournament in Texas. They might be your friends, but they're not my friends anymore, Al.
Sure they are.
No.
Shout out to Piggy Fatness. Scarlet will hurt you.
Well, Scarlet is kind of cute. There is that.
Shady Hawkins is out there.
Yes, Shady's kind of funny.
P. Armageddon, I believe, is out there. And I know there's more. This is I always do this. I start naming and then I forget somebody.
Well, we got Stash Merkin out there as well.
Stash is out there. You're
Stash
right.
is out
Stash.
there.
Stash has been to multiple Frankie Pankies. We miss you, Stash.
Thanks for blowing us off, Stash.
Yeah, right? You know, if they're out there doing that, they should at least be watching the stream on the Alby Dam YouTube page so they can holler at us. And,
of course, if you're out there on YouTube and you want to talk to us, let us know what's going on, who you're cheering for. you can get on social media, particularly on the Twitter, and use the hashtag FrankiePanky2018. Again, FrankiePanky and the number 2018.
11 minutes and 13 seconds left to go here in this junior exhibition in 194 to 106 as it starts to open up a little bit. Princess Leia and Unstoppable coming to the jammer line. There's the whistle as we start to play. Glisten and the rest of the blue team. Whoop. 106 on the inside. Unstoppable. What a great move on the inside. Man, straight up the gut and then tailed off at the inside. Come right before the turn. Great move. Penalties on number 22. Connor.
I believe that is in fact, yes, sir, that would be Connor.
Princess Leia and Unstoppable. Stride for stride. Gliding around. Ooh. The blue wall with the black pants. Dishing out some black and blue, I believe.
Well, you know, they got the black, they got the blue, they got the white. There's one or two helmets that are red, so I guess we got sort of kind of got that there. Oh, nice defense by the pivot. Yeah, that's Ari Cantrell, excuse me, for our Team World Cup white. Cantrell moving into position to try and neutralize both Glisten and Princess Leia. And a foreign penalty will send Unstoppable to our penalty box. Power jam for World Cup Blue and Princess Leia, but Boomerang just not having any of it.
Yeah, but it's Boomerang. It'll come back around.
I see what you did there. So, period clock now under 9 minutes left in regulation score. Team World Cup White 201. Team World Cup Blue 115. So, Al, let me ask you this.
Ask me something.
If we had to put the over-under on apex jumps we're going to see successfully landed in the remainder of this game, and we put the over-under at, say, about 7, does that sound right, or is that maybe a little low?
Okay. I know you're expecting me to say it's going to be lower.
Okay.
I'm taking the under.
You're taking the that's it. That's
because they've been going at about 100% for an exhibition for 22 minutes. No, 52 minutes.
52.
And it's an exhibition. And I realize they don't have, you know what, I'm wrong, never mind. I just changed my own mind making my argument.
Oh, Al.
I talked myself out of something. You know what? I'm still taking the under. It's been a hard game, dude. And it's because and it's not just that they're working real hard because they're flying around the track. They're having to work through those packs. And that is exerting more energy than they would have if they were just flying around the track, having to battle for each revolution of your skates. So, yeah, it's wow. All right, now we got to pay attention, though.
Well, with all this chaos, literally chaos we've got going on in the packs.
I don't know. It wasn't. That was a baby jump. That was more like an apex skim. We're going to have to check the footage for those in the booth to see. Judges?
We'll send that to the judges. What do the judges have to say? We'll send this to outside arbiter George Squashington.
Ruckus and triple threat. I know, right?
Unlike these kids, I was up past bed check but up past breaking the pack and inbounds is Ruckus, though no longer Jammer in the lead, trying to chase down triple. Or I stand correct. I thought it was Ruckus. It's actually triple threat. Oh, those tricky juniors. Hey, triple threat's lead. I thought it was Ruckus. You turn, kids.
You always crack me up, Vince.
Hey, keep my looks out of this, sir.
This time on the inside, but you are cracking me up nonetheless. I'm laughing on the inside.
Well, I was going to say on the outside, that may be eczema if I'm cracking you up there, so you may want to see your doctor. In the meantime, back to the track, we've got Glisten and Sugar Cookies jamming for Team World Cup Blue and World Cup White, respectively. Yeah, back not quite as spread out and chaotic as it was a jam or two ago. Still keeping a tighter formation, but just that lateral movement in the back and forth, working the core strength, just crazy, man.
Forearm by Enigma sent into the penalty box. Glisten still trying to fight through that wall of white. And as I said, there she goes. Trying to work through, coming back around for her pass. Ooh. Ooh.
And that will be Evil Apple going to the box. Glisten a little slow to get back up, but she's back up in the track boundaries, upright and negotiating the pack.
That is possibly the most sprawled fall that I've seen. I mean, it was almost like a belly flop on a pool.
Well, as you point out, Al, being this late in the game at about the 54, 55-minute mark, this is where we really start testing as far as who's got the stamina, the endurance, and the mental toughness to stay focused, as opposed to who's just dead tired at this point.
And the mechanics.
Yeah,
when you're tired, the mechanics of, you know, the coaches, trust me, I've seen the drills that these coaches work with these junior athletes, and the coaches drill into them the proper mechanics of how to fall and how to, you know, how to ball your fingers up so you don't get skated over and just different things like that. And as the mental toughness and of all the fatigue sets in, maybe some of those mechanics slip a bit, and that's when things. I'm still taking the under. It
makes me flash back to something Michael Irvin said in one of Jimmy Johnson's books, talking about the mental toughness and focus, talking about, you know, it's September in the Orange Bowl, it's 90 degrees, it's fourth quarter, you know, a minute 30 left, you know, it's 4th and 2, you're lined up, quarterback gives a hard count, and you don't jump off sides. That coach is trying to install in these youngsters.
You know, and being in Tampa,
these youngsters.
Being in Tampa, we've had in these youngsters. We've been lucky here in Tampa because, I mean, we have a long line of amazing coaches that work with our juniors. One of them listening out in Stupid, Ohio, Leia Flatt.
Stupid Ohio.
The legend that is Leia Flatt. And not only because her skating prowess and the time she spent in Tampa, but an even bigger print was made by her and her involvement in the junior program. Her and Rojo. Lauren Kill has stepped in to be, I mean, dude, I came up here and they were doing like a scrimmage. The juniors were doing a scrimmage before, like Friday when we were setting up for Thursday. Erin Jackson was out there working with the juniors.
You know, like she does, no big deal.
Yeah, you know, Olympian Erin Jackson.
Oh, Olympian Erin Jackson.
Right.
I'm glad you clarified that. I thought you were going to talk about Amway salesperson Erin Jackson.
Right, Erin Jackson. He come to my house. He has an Amway business here in over in Sarasota.
I get them confused all the time.
We don't even care if y'all laugh because we crack ourselves up.
And the Chief Justice of Florida Derby DJs. And now Al, WFTDA champs, certified DJ Ito, digging deep in his bag of tricks circa 1986 from a certain animated movie soundtrack and a certain artist who may have done some commercial jingles and helped out with the Rocky soundtrack around that year as well, or the Rocky 4 soundtrack, I should say.
You know, when DJ Ito starts a tournament, there's nothing like that Saturday morning when you're getting set up and out of nowhere you hear Hong Kong Phooey being played. And it's just, I'm just telling you, that's how you start a Saturday. I'm just saying.
One of the rare DJs that I've noticed runs 36 hours of music over 3 days and does not repeat a single song.
It's insane.
It's Ito is what it is, son.
It's Ito sane?
You might be onto something there.
Sane Ito? Oh, we're good.
And fans, we thank you for your patience as we try and resolve issues here on the track. Thanks as always to our volunteers, including track maintenance team. Again, we can get a man on the moon, we can put the internet on our phones, but we can't find anything better than duct tape and packaging tape to hold down our track boundaries. If you would like to contribute pack tape or duct tape to such, feel free to go ahead and contact us. So the reason for that delay, Al, the out-of-bounds block, upon review by our officials, was escalated to an egregious block, resulting in a skater ejection. And because it's an ejection rather than a foul out, that skater must remain in the locker room for the duration of the game, cannot even come to trackside to watch his or her teammates complete this game.
Yes, with 4.5 minutes, going to have to go away. Yeah, we don't get that information. I don't think I'd tell it anyway.
That's above our pay grade.
Right? They would tell us, but then well, never mind.
It's like another 1986 movie, Top Gun. It's classified. It's classified. I can tell you, but I'd have to kill you. So,
if you are in the building and you're thinking, wow, being part of Frankie Panky would be kind of cool. I wonder what I'd have to do to sponsor that. You know what you'd have to do? D-Ride, where are you at? I know I just saw D-Ride over there. Find D-Ride. If you don't see a person that says that's D-Ride, go to somebody that's from Tampa and say, hey, where's D-Ride? I want to sponsor something at Tampa Roller Derby. I want to be part of this. D-Ride is who you need to talk to. Come sponsor our league, our tournaments, anything else. Lots of different levels of participation. Volunteer, help financially, whatever you can do, talk to D-Ride. That's just the D-Right thing to do.
Really?
Oh my gosh, talk to D-Right. It's the right thing to do.
Al, that was not the best pun around. That was in no way, shape, or form
Okay.
the best around.
My apologies to the tantrum, but I'm going to turn over the reins for the game that I was supposed to call later and let Corey find another kind soul to do that because I've lost it. 2 minutes and 44 seconds to go here in this exhibition. 2:17 for the white, 1:35 for the blue.
And Gilman all over Ruckus with the hit out and drawback into turn number 4. And Bonner giving the signal and reps to catch it. So that will be Enigma on a cutting the track penalty set to the penalty box. But the juice worth a squeeze as Ruckus gets around passed by Gilman and around the bonnet for the lead jammer call for Team World Cup White. Marcus clear on the scoring pass. Also Glisten clear.
One minute, 17 seconds left to go as the officials conferring right here in front of us. What up, Sergeant Major? Kill Trip. Coming to the line, Princess Leia and Sugar Cookies. That's appropriate.
Score going into jam number 24, period 2. Team World Cup White, 222 points. Team World Cup Blue, 142. We are underway.
Sugar Cookies caught in the pack on the middle thing, and Princess Leia now. Look at the pack play this late in a bout. Wow. Sugar Cookies crumbles the dreams of. Never mind.
Oh, Al.
I'm reaching now. I'm gonna stop. I'm done.
But an excellent observation with holding on with that lateral movement, like learning from what Princess Leia has done earlier in the game, just working that brace with the lateral movement to divide and conquer. And Sugar Cookies will call it off. That will be an unofficial final on the board until confirmed by our officials. And jam refs and scorekeepers conferring to make sure everything looks hunky-dory. Barring egregious scoring errors, this will go down as an exhibition victory for Team World Cup White, for Team USA East, for the Junior World Cup of Roller Derby.
Once again, Derby fans, thank you for coming out to Frankie Panky 2018. Right now, if you're in the building, you should be trackside showing some Derby love. Has the white team now coming around. Give it up for both these teams. Team USA East here at Frankie Panky 2018, putting on a great exhibition for us. Thank you very much. We love you guys. These athletes are amazing. They are the future of our sport, and it is why our sport continues to grow. Think about it. Used to be the new skaters for adult leagues were coming in and could barely skate. Now the fresh meat has about 7 or 8 years of derby experience, not skating experience, roller derby experience. Folks, make sure that you make your way through the vendor village if you're in the building. Lots of great things to do and see here at the Wrecking Hall for Frankie Panky 2018. So, you got to do it. Grab yourself some Albuquerque. The juniors are trying to make some money. Buy some tape. I hope somebody's bought me off that list. Am I on that list now? Well, who's on now? Oh, it's Sam? Ah, Sam Antics, good. Y'all should do that. I think Sam Antics would look good taped to a wall. Not as good as Rojo, but much better than a very large announcer. I'm just saying. Right, Vince? I have a feeling you're gonna start campaigning for the opposite of that. Folks, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back for some great things. Let me remind you, those of you out there in the YouTube land, that we will still be here. Please, I meant to tell you this earlier, do not go away. We will just not show live derby for this next two, but we will be doing the live audio. You will hear, you will see some cool graphics and some different things that Bud has put together. That man is a genius, by the way. If y'all are listening, I just had a message from the JRDA president who was watching us in traffic on I-4, because that's what you do when you live around here. You sit in traffic on I-4. Right, Vince? Vince has spent a lot of times on traffic. Some of the best thoughts he's ever had has been in traffic on I-4. Folks that are watching.